Hello people, this is Rebel Masters. This week, editing vocals part 2. Come on, check it out. Firstly, I'm going to tell you a little bit of what we did last week and also how to get the key from your song to start pitch correcting your vocals. Secondly, we're going to go into Logic Pro and I'm going to show you the easiest way to pitch correct your vocals. Next, you're ready to know this week is a song by a famous artist that made a distorted dub hip-hop pop song. I know you're gonna like it. The second overbeat of this week is from a Korean idol group that made their comeback 5 months ago. Can you guess the song? So people, this is Rebel Masters and I hope that by the end of this video you have learned something useful, so stick around. Hey people, so my recommendation before you start pitch correcting your vocals is to know the key of your song. What key is your song at? How do you do that? With scales, right? How do you take out scales or how do you bring out scales? How do you know about scales? There's two ways you can know about it. The first way is by tones and semitones on your keyboard. If you don't know how to bring out scales with your keyboard, you can check out a video that I did a couple of months ago. The second way that I know about the key of my song is with a plugin that Waves has. It's called a key detector. You just put it on a track. I usually put it on a bass track. You press play, wait a couple of seconds, 30 seconds, and it brings out the key of your song. Once you know the key of your song, you can start pitch correcting your vocal. So come on, let's check it out. Okay, people, so this is where we left off last week. We already aligned our vocals, right? We have here the plugin, it's already aligned, everything is ready. As it says here, ready. So let's listen where we left off last week.
But every time she wrote her words, my heart was black and turned to red.
Right? So they're pitch corrected. So what do I do next? I select the track. In this case, we only did that phrase, so I'm gonna cut my phrase. Now that I have cut my phrase, I select it, right? So if you align all the track, then select the whole track. But in this case, it's just this. So once you have selected your track, what you do is Control V. In this, what it's going to do is going to bounce whatever you selected in a new track. In this case, it's going to bounce my track already aligned. So my computer doesn't have to use resources by applying the plugin every time they press play. In this case, I just bounce the aligned vocal and that's it. So I'm going to put a lead vocal to align. Do you want a new track? Yeah. Do you want to leave or mute or delete the track before or the source? I'm just gonna put it leave it so it doesn't do anything on my program. Here it goes. See? Now we don't need this track which has the plugin itself. We only need this track. So I'm gonna unsolo this one and solo this one. Since we only need this part.
But every time she wrote her words, my heart was black and turned to red.
See, now that you got your track bounced with the aligned vocals, here's where you pitch correct your song. You select your track, right? You press E on your keyboard, bam, this comes out. Now here, you see this icon over here? You press. Do you want to turn on the flex for your track? On lead vocals too? Yes, turn on flex. Down. Okay, now that you have activated your flex, you go here where it says flex time slicing. You open it up and then you go here where it says flex pitch. Bow, right? So now you can see something happen here on the left. So we got time quantize, strength, scale quantize. This is what we want. So what I usually do is I go where my vocals are here in the MIDI form, right? I press here, you click in this here, and then you press Command A. That's gonna select all of them. Once that I know that in this case, my song is in G minor. So I go to G, and here I go, is it major, natural minor, chromatic, minor, major minor, deep. They have all the types of scales. So I choose natural minor, right? Down. So it starts changing right away. So what do? I usually pitch correct the whole thing, right? So if we listen only to that vocal, it goes like this.
But every time she wrote her words, my heart was black and turned to red.
Right? Let's do the same with the other track. I'm gonna cut it here, so we only have that. Cut here, cut here. We do it again. We select the track here. We select it. See, not selected, selected. We select the track. We go to here, to this icon over here. You press it. It's gonna ask you, do you want to turn on the flex? Yes, turn on the flex. Tune. Start analyzing. The flex is turned on. Now you go here where it says flex time slicing. Click on that. There's a bunch of options. You go to the one on the top, flex pitch. Boom, there you are. Once it does that, it starts analyzing. You go here, scale quantize. Here, you select all your vocals. Command A, bam, there it is. You go to scale quantize. Choose your key, G, and then which type of major, minor, this natural minor, and then you pitch correct.
But every time she wrote her words, my heart was black and turned to red.
See, now they're both aligned, they're both pitch correct. The next thing you gotta do is just start mixing. But that's it. You don't need anything else. Yes, sometimes the pitch correction is not the best, but you can start tweaking it. This is a good starting point for people who do not know how to pitch correct your vocals. You don't need to buy a new plugin. Within Logic Pro, you can pitch correct your vocals any way you want it. Yes, it's not the best way, but it's the simplest way for you to start knowing what to do when you have to pitch correct any vocals. So I hope it helps you, and see you on the next one. Hey people, so the radio tune of this week, it's a song that came out in 2016 by the artist Rihanna. It came out in her 8th studio album called Anti, and the song is called Consideration. It was co-written and featured by the artist SZA, and the producer was Tyron Donaldson. The song is very powerful. It has dub, it has hip hop, it has pop, it has crunchy beats, it has distorted beats, it has a great bass line. It's a very powerful song. The lyrics talk about a declaration of independence and a desire to seek peace of mind. The song was recorded at the Jungle City Studios in New York, and it was mixed at the Larrabee Studios in Universal City. So my recommendation of this week, the radio tune of this week, is called Consideration by Rihanna. So go check it out. Hey people, so this is 1 second of a beat where I show you 1 second of a song and you tell me which song it is. This week, a Korean idol group that made their comeback 5 months ago. Can you guess the song? Here we go. 3, 2. What is it? Put it in the comments. See you on the next one. So people, this is Rebel Masters, where we talk about 20 years in making music. If you're a DJ, if you're a producer, if you play any instrument, well, this is the place. You want to know how to mix your songs and master your songs, well, this is the place. Smash that subscribe button and see you on the next one.